The next thing that we are asked to find with our cool little rational function that we made ourselves is unsimplified standard form. And remember, standard form of a polynomial, or let's go specifically for a quadratic, was ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so that's just a reminder of saying, hey, you gotta multiply everything out. So if we want unsimplified standard form, we're going to take our unsimplified factored form and multiply it all out. Let's start with the numerator. I'm going to do this in pieces and then we'll put it all back together. So our numerator, we're going to take x plus 2 times x minus 5. And we're going to get our foiling on. X times x gets me x squared. X times negative 5 gets me negative 5x. Inside, 2 times x gets me plus 2x. And then positive 2 times negative 5 gets us negative 10. And let's go ahead and combine those like terms there in the middle. We get x squared minus 3x minus 10. That's going to be our new numerator. It is the same thing, but it's written in standard form instead of factored form. Now let's do the denominator. So the bottom. We have x minus 5 times x plus 3 times x minus 1. I'm going to start with the first two because why not? We're going to have x times x, which gets me x squared. We have x times positive 3, which gets us a positive 3x. Looking at the inside, negative 5 times x gets us negative 5x. And then we have negative 5 times 3 to get negative 15. I'm going to put that in brackets because we still have that x minus 1 hanging out on the outside. We'll get to him in a second. Let's finish foiling out that x minus 5, x plus 3. I still need to combine some like terms. So we get x squared minus 2x minus 15. And then we still need to multiply that by the x minus 1. So we got another distribution going on. We're going to take x squared times x, and we get x cubed. X squared times negative 1 gets me negative x squared. Moving on to the negative 2x. We're going to take negative 2x times x to get negative 2x squared. We have negative 2x times negative 1 to get a positive 2x. Negative 15 times x gets me negative 15x. And the last one, we have negative 15 times negative 1, which gets us a positive 15. Let's go ahead and simplify this by combining our like terms. X cubed stands alone. There are no other x cubes. We're going to combine our x squareds into a negative 3x squared. Remember, we're not changing anybody's exponents because we've already done the multiplication. Now we're just combining. 2x minus 15x gets us negative 13x. And then we have our lonesome plus 15. This guy is going to be our new denominator. So let's go ahead and write out our function. Our function is going to be f of x, because I had already named it f of x, equal to My new numerator was x squared minus 3x minus 10. My new denominator is x cubed minus 3x squared minus 13x plus 15. Notice that the degree of the numerator is 2, degree of the denominator is 3. So our y equal to 0 horizontal asymptote did not change. The bottom is still bigger. And now we have, make sure you know what this is. This is unsimplified standard form because no multiplication involved, no factors. This is unsimplified standard form. Normally, they start with this, and then you have to break it down. Here, we started with our factored form and worked our way backwards.